Evening, everybody. Me again, Shannon Fox here, the Voter Patriots 2 channel, and I want to bring y'all a bunch of clips today. There's been so much going on in the news in the last couple of days, all the executive orders dropping like bombs, one, two, three, four. I want to go over a couple of the ones that I think are just really kind of special, warm my heart kind of ones, like the ones about the cartels being uh, classified as a terrorist organization. That's a good thing. That's actually going to help a lot of our three-lettered agencies have more opportunity to go after the cartels. DHS will set anti-terror counterterrorism organizations or military in place to fix that kind of problem. That's what that did for us. Such a good thing. So many things I can't even remember them all, but I do have a Gateway Pundit article that has a list of all. I believe it's 75 or 80 executive orders that have been dropped so far. We won't read through them all today, but I'm going to show you where it's at in case you want to go through and actually see each one of them itemized line by line because I found it. Let's just get into it. It's been a crazy day. We've got J6ers getting out of jail. That's the best. That's a great thing too. Really warms my heart. I'm so glad to see it. I'm so glad to see all of Julie Kelly's work to try to get these people out, to keep people in the in gateway pundits as well, keeping it fresh in people's mind that these people are political hostages and have been the entire time since January 6th happened 4 years ago, folks. And I just want to say thank God these people are getting out. Now, here there is 21 left in D.C. that are having a slow roll, letting them out for some reason, paperwork, something or another. And there's a lot of people that are pissed off, including some of the J6ers that got out in other cities like Philadelphia, come over to the D.C. Gulag jail to wait on some of the other J6ers to get out. So they're rallying support, waiting on them. They've been there since last night. Doug Burgum is there from, what's that, American Clear Politics, I think is the channel. Or American, I think it's American Clear Politics. But at any rate, it's getting done. It's in process, folks. I would say about 90% of them are already out. And I've seen several great clips of people just praising God that they're out today. Didn't see it was coming that quick and that fast, but Trump did it. When he signed that executive order the other day, he signed it. And he says, "Now get this over here. Let's go ahead and get this started." And so his staff or whoever was handing the executive orders took off out of the room and they went straight downstairs to go handle up on that executive order to get it started immediately. And within a couple of hours, people were being released. I love it, folks. And I am just overjoyed at the fact that Trump is doing everything he said he was going to do. Promises made, promises kept. If you stick around, I'll show you where all his promises made and promises kept are itemized as far as what he's done just in a day and a half. Dropping bombs, folks. This is information overload. No doubt about it. Let's listen to a little bit of Scott Jennings over here on CNN, see what he has to say about Trump today.
I thought this was an incredible speech, honestly, and truly watching Donald Trump indict these gangsters to their faces while they had to sit right in front of him in that intimate setting in the rotunda for Republicans was remarkable. They had to sit there and take it just minutes after Biden, who we're looking at here, pardoned his entire family. I mean, it was glorious. By the way, I love the rotunda setting. I thought it was regal. I thought it was awesome. And listening to him talk about how he's going to exercise his power today reminded me that he is absolutely ascendant. He is at the apex of his political power right now. And, you know, the promise of a new presidency is enormous. You get this power and you have influence, and the mandate is to change people's lives for the better and to restore American prestige. And he began to explain how he was going to do that immediately. The mandate's simple. It's economic relief. It's fix the immigration crisis, steer the country away from the cultural left, and restore American prestige. The speech hit several notes on that front, and I agree with Caitlin. Today, Republicans feel vindicated, and Trump is back to fix the country.
That's right. Trump's back and he's fixing the country in record time, folks. He's going to do more in his first 10 days than most presidents do in 4 years. He's done more in the last 2 days than Biden ever did for this country in 50 years. It's a glorious day, folks. There's so many things to be happy for, including we made it. We made it. Trump is in there. He's starting to fix shit on day one. He's got his team out. He's got Tom Homan out. Gonna bring you a clip about that to show you what he's doing as well. So stick around, folks. We got several short clips I'm gonna burn through right here, right quick. We won't listen to Pencil Neck Adam Schiff too long, but I just want to go a little bit into the weeds of how hypocritical it is that Biden pardoned his entire family, the whole J6 committee, a lot of the cops that were in the wrong the day of January 6th, ones that were shooting people with rubber bullets and things, got up there and cried and testified for the J6 committee. All those got that pardon as well. But there is 51 intel agency agents that lied about Trump on the Russia collusion hoax. Well, Trump revoked their military uh, security clearance as of today. So that's one thing he could do to those folks. Those people didn't get pardoned. There is actually hundreds and hundreds of people that are being put on a list on Twitter today that are not on the pardon list, and I'm talking about DAs that went after Trump, 4 or 5 of them, the Jack Smiths, even Anthony Blinken. There's a lot of people that I believe Mayorkas that are due to be handled up on, including Fauci. And this is just an indictment of how crooked the Democrats are when they're pardoning people that they know have been obviously done something wrong. And this right here is just a little bit of proof of it coming right out of a Democrat's mouth.
Have you ever heard of somebody getting a preemptive pardon who was innocent of all crime? Who's just an innocent person? Have you ever heard of that? Just somebody getting a blanket pardon and they're an innocent person?
But no, it's the president's own family. It's people that have been covering up for the president in addition to his own family.
Is there an innocent explanation for someone to seek preemptive pardons for family members? Would you do that if you knew you were innocent and just worried about outside forces?
The answer to that is going to be no. If you haven't done anything wrong, you sit there and go, what do you need a preemptive pardon for?
If he pardons people preemptively, he's essentially telling the public that these people have committed crimes. And we may not be aware of what they are, but the pardon is clear evidence that crimes have been committed.
And this is all the conversation that was going on during the Russia collusion hoax, where they immediately thought Trump is going to have to pardon his kids because they were trying to pull his kids into other criminal conspiracies as well. And the first thing they said, well, Trump's going to pardon his family. He's going to pardon his family. Trump didn't need to pardon anybody. Only person Trump, I won't even say that. I'll leave that one alone. But every bit of this sounds funny coming from a Democrat now that their own party leader, Joe Biden, has done everything that they say is so wrong. It is so wrong to pardon your family. Okay, I get it why he pardoned his son, but why he pardoned people like Dr. Fauci is because he knew that they made money together and he could roll over and point the finger at him in the long run. So Biden pardoned people not to protect them, but to protect himself from anything that they definitely did for him. That's what it comes down to. All right, we'll jump on to the next video, but yeah, that's a little bit of a little hypocritical hyperbole. How the Democrats didn't mind crying Trump was going to pardon somebody. Trump and his magnanimous pardoning power, and we see who did all the pardoning, folks. Biden pardoned 8,000 something people and commuted in pardon a total of over 8,000. Trump only pardoned a couple hundred people in his last term. Pretty sickening stuff, but I knew it was going to happen. I think everybody did. But Biden forgot a few, like Alexander Vindman. Alexander Vindman didn't get a pardon. He's the guy that had the perfect phone call with Zelensky, and he was supposedly on the phone call with Trump and had his own version of the story to try to get Trump impeached. Well, his ass is going to be on the hot seat pretty soon because he got no pardon from Biden. It must have slipped his mind. His wife was crying about it this morning on CNN. It says, breaking news, Richard Barnett, the man who put his feet on Nancy Pelosi's desk, has just been released from prison. It's great. Wonder if he drank out of her liquor cabinet while he was in there. And he is one of many, many people that are let out today serving 4 years for walking in the building and putting your feet up on the desk. I still don't see the real major criminal act there that warrants 4 years. If you live in Detroit or somewhere, you got to kill about 50 people to get 4 years over there. If they give you that, they probably give you probation in places like that. Now, this here I thought was pretty comical. One of the many executive orders that Trump put out was the one that said, if you work for the government, your ass is getting back to work. There ain't no stay at home, work from home crap anymore. And Doji is going to be a part of getting that done. So let's listen to this crazy lady's comical impression of a lefty that's got to go back to work.
Yeah, so I'm hearing that they're gonna make us start coming to work, like going into work, like leaving home and going in. Like I'm gonna have to get dressed and drive there. I'm gonna have to deal with traffic. I mean, the stress that this is gonna cause me. I'm not going to be able to watch The View when it comes on. I'm going to have to wait till I get home after work and watch it. And lunch. Do I have to pack a lunch now? I mean, come on. I may just quit. I think that's going to be the only option, is just to quit.
I just thought I'd share that with you. I bet there's a lot of federal employees right now that are pulling that mow right now. They've been sitting at home for 2 or 3 years, playing on their computer, getting a full paycheck, coming to the office about once a month. I did hear that Benny Johnson had a baby boy yesterday. If any of you listen to Benny Johnson, I just want to say congratulations to Benny Johnson. Had a baby boy on Inauguration Day. How great. Hats off to him and his family. Congratulations. Now, Steve Bannon says President Trump is taking out the garbage. Trump is purging thousands of White House staffers not aligned with MAGA. Now, because of Jake Sullivan has already said, these staffers need to find a way to embed themselves in to where they don't get kicked out, so they continue to spy on the Trump campaign. I think Trump needs to fire every staffer that he's even got a inkling about that he can't trust. If you can't trust them because they were helping the last administration, why are they still around? So it looks like Trump is going to literally knock out thousands of jobs. I seen he kicked out a DEI Coast Guard. I guess she's ambassador or admiral, Coast Guard admiral, DEI woman. She's more interested in gender than security. You know the story. Yes, folks, it has been an amazing last couple of days. I have really been enjoying it. Me and my wife sat and watched several hours of the inauguration, and it was just it felt almost surreal, just because we've been waiting so long for this to happen. We were hoping, we were pushing, we were praying, we were doing everything we knew how to get to this point in history, so we don't have to be run by the communist Democrat Party anymore. And I think their term is over, and not just for the next 4 years. I think they have shot themselves in the foot, screwed the pooch in so many ways that it's going to take them. I'm thinking 2 or 3 election cycles before they can, and they're going to have to find their footing because they don't have it right now. And I'm happy about that. What can I say? President Trump signs executive order designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. That is going to be so good because we're going to be able to put our Black Hawk helicopters right in their laps when we need to stop this influx of the fentanyl. We're gonna come down hard on them with the military, Coast Guard with the military backup to stop these drug routes. They know where they're at. They know what to do. Now, this here is something Trump has done today. He has got Larry Ellison, who's owns Oracle. It's a huge AI company. These guys are all billionaires, every one of them. They're starting a program called the Stargate program. It's Larry Ellison, Sam Altman, and the little Mashimoto guy that Trump got $100 billion promised from about a month ago. Well, Mashimoto, a software giant, decided he's going to invest $500 million as of today in a speech just happened minutes ago. And so you got 4 or 5 tech giants that are going to be dealing with AI, and they're going to fix our ability to treat people and cure people uh, that have cancers. With AI, they're going to figure out how to gene sequence medicine to be designed just for you personally, if you have a particular sickness or not. And this guy breaks it down pretty good. And it's not just medical, but that's going to be one of the many things they're going to do. They're going to stop us from having to eat so many pills and actually come up with cures and resolutions to a lot of things that boggles our mind because of diseases and things that we don't understand. But AI will understand this stuff and will solve it. We'll gene sequence it, and we will be able to manufacture uh, personally directed medicines for people that actually work. This is a great thing, and not just on the medical, but on so many fields. We're going to have AI. I guess the tech giants all come together to help support the economy and grow our nation, and hopefully they're all going to work together. Glorious thing.
Thank you, Mr. President. We certainly couldn't do this without you. It would simply be impossible. AI holds incredible promise for all of us, for every American. We've actually been working with OpenAI for a while and with Masa for a while. The data centers are actually under construction. The first of them are under construction in Texas. Each building's 500,000 square feet. There are 10 buildings currently being built, but that will expand to 20 and other locations beyond the Abilene location, which is our first location. The kind of applications that we're building, to give you an idea, maybe the most charismatic and the one that I think touches us all is electronic health records. Not just maintaining electronic health records, but by looking at electronic health records, understanding the condition of doctors, better understanding the condition of their patients, and being able to provide healthcare plans that are much better than they otherwise would be. A doctor in Indian River Reservation would be able to see how a doctor at Memorial Sloan Kettering would treat the patient, or a doctor at Stanford would treat the patient. We actually provide all of that information, all of that guidance to the doctors who are treating cancer patients or patients with any other kind of disease, made possible by AI. I'm not going to take a lot of time. I'm going to pass it to Masa, but this is a very exciting program for Oracle to be a part of. Thank you.
That's awesome, folks. I am so glad to see that Trump is putting the biggest, the brightest, and the best as part of his team to fix problems that we've been needing to fix for a very long time. This will be a game changer. This will be making America healthy again. In turn, it will drive down the price of prescriptions because it'll be a supply and demand thing. At one point, they will be able to fix your pain, fix your injuries, and fix your cancers and things with a shot within a couple of days. Gene sequencing, folks. CRISPR and several companies have already started on this technology, and so I can tell you it exists. We just got to mass produce it and figure out how to implement it into our current system, and I think we're going to get there over the next couple of years. It's great. I'm just so excited over the last couple of days as to what's coming. Tom Homan today said, we're here already. We showed up this morning.
Based on your initial schedule, that today roundups of criminal illegal aliens in the process of deporting them would begin. That seems to have been put on hold for a little while. When can we expect that to happen? Where will it begin?
No, it started.
It has started.
ICE teams are out there as of today. We gave them the direction to prioritize public safety threats that we're looking for. So we've been working up the target list. There was some discussion about Chicago because the Pacific operational plan was released. So we had to look at and reevaluate, does this raise officer safety concerns? And it does. But we've addressed that, and teams are out there effective today.
That is what I am talking about, folks. I am so ready. Let's start getting a head count. Got something trying to take over. Oh, that must have been the end of the feed. Been seeing Benny Johnson on Gateway Pundit quite a bit lately. Yes, it has been a glorious week, folks. That's what I can say for sure. And look at here. Governor Abbott is doing his job. He's putting the buoys back in the water. This is actually happening today in real time. More deterrence to keep the cartels and the illegals on their side of the river. I am so ready, folks. We're locking it down as we speak. Hunting them down and locking it down. It's happening in real time, folks. Prosperity will be our greatest weapon. I do have to believe that. Now, here's the article on the Gateway Pundit. It's about 10 articles down, but it says Trump delivers on day one. Look at promises made, promises kept. This is his executive order, boondoggle. Well, not boondoggle, that's not the right word. His executive orders. We got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I'm going to say this is probably 43 plus these. I think we're up to about 80 so far, 80 or 90 that he's signed so far that we know of. But if you wanted to look at any of these, you're welcome to come over to Gateway Pundit and read them all out loud. There's just been many of them. I won't go through them all with you today here, folks. I'll be on here 2 hours if I do. But I do want to put a little bit more out about Gangster Trump. They were talking, these 3 tech giants are all interested in buying TikTok as well. So is Kevin O'Leary, so is Elon Musk. They all want to buy TikTok because it's worth about $1 trillion in revenue. Well, Trump goes total gangster on this video here about what we're going to do with TikTok. He says TikTok's worthless without us, so it ought to be worth half. Gangster move, folks.
So the deal I'm thinking about, Larry, let's negotiate in front of the media. The deal, I think, is this, and I've met with owners of TikTok, the big owners. It's worthless if it doesn't get a permit. It's not like, oh, you can take the U.S. The whole thing is worthless. With a permit, it's worth like $1 trillion. So what I'm thinking about saying to somebody is buy it and give half to the United States of America, half, and we'll give you the permit. And they'll have a great partner, the United States.
Damn.
And they'll have something that's actually more valuable because they have the ultimate partner, and the United States will make it very worthwhile for them in terms of the permits and everything else. But so think of it, you have an asset that has no value or has $1 trillion value. It all depends on whether or not the United States gives the permit. So what I'm saying is let the United States give the permit, and the United States should get half. Sounds reasonable. What do you think?
Sounds like a good deal.
That is so gangster, folks. We're going to either kick it out of the country or we're going to cut it into pieces, and we're taking half.
It's me, Mr. President.
Yeah, he can afford it too.
Mr. President, you're
That is so good. I love it. And we're going to get out of here with one last video clip about how Elon feels about our country today. Times are changing, folks, and they're changing fast. We are fixing things in a hurry. I have never seen a ground game hit the ground running like this. Doji's already up and running. They got a 20 to a 50-man team working every day. 20 of them are going to be in the White House. They've got another 50 to 100-man team that's going to be in Washington, D.C. at a location that Elon Musk has already set them up to crunch some numbers and things. All right, folks, we're going to listen to a little bit of Elon, and we'll call this a day. He seems a little excited.
This is what victory feels like.
Yeah.
And this was no ordinary victory. This was a fork in the road of human civilization. Okay. This you know, there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know, important, some are not. But this one, this one, this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
And the media went wild over that. They took it as a Nazi salute. So don't let AOC or Jerry Nadler tell you that he was saluting some kind of something he wasn't. He was just putting it out there.
It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured. Thanks to you.
That's right.
We're going to have safe cities, finally, safe cities. Secure borders, sensible spending, basic stuff. And we're going to take Doge to Mars.
We're going to plant a flag on Mars.
I mean, can you imagine how awesome it will be to have American astronauts plant the flag on another planet for the first time? Bam! Yeah! How inspiring would that be? You know, there's always problems in life. You know, there's this problem, solve that problem. But you know, there need to be things that inspire you. There need to be things that make you glad to wake up in the morning and say, I'm looking forward to the future. Yeah. I love you guys. So, and let me tell you, I'm gonna work my ass off for you guys. So,
we know you are.
I really will. So, and yeah, but I'm super fired up for the future. It's going to be very exciting. As the president said, we're going to have a golden age. It's going to be fantastic. And one of the fundamental things, one of the most American values that I love is optimism. And this feeling like we're gonna make the future good. We're gonna make it good. So, man, I can't wait. This is gonna be fantastic. So thank you again, and yeah, I'm just so excited about the future. Thank you guys. Thank you.
And I'm excited too. I'm not as excited about going to Mars as Elon is, which that's his brainchild. Of course, that's his wheelhouse. I think it's amazing stuff. I do love my science stuff. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to particle physics and things as well. I like listening to people like Stephen Greer talk about EMPs and gravitational control systems, and I go down that rabbit hole. But I don't have the brain capacity to absorb a lot of that. But it's still very interesting. I can listen to people like Elon all day. But that's enough for you folks. Hopefully everybody is having a great day. Hopefully everybody's staying warm. It's a little chilly here in Texas at the moment. And just want to say thanks for showing up each and every day, including today, and listen to me rant, bring y'all a few clips of things that I thought were important enough to share. Have a great one, everybody. Over and out.